Hey guys, Ed Brophy here, your social media dude and coach. I never mince my words, only my garlic. So today, I want to talk to you about your online life and how it's permanent like a tattoo. In my day, they used to say, that's going on your permanent record. I'm sure if you went back to my high school today, you wouldn't find anything that I did bad because I'm such a good kid. Anywho, I want to make sure my mic is clear. So, without a word, tattoos say a lot about the person. They're beautiful, intriguing, sometimes they're very intimate, and sometimes, unfortunately, they're full of serious mistakes. We've all seen the dude that has the tattoo that's misspelled, and we wonder, was he the idiot? Or was it the tattoo artist who couldn't spell success correctly, or whatever word it happens to be? So, thanks everyone for joining. Be sure to share this out with all your friends, particularly on Twitter. Invite everybody. So a person with a tattoo, they really don't have to say much to give us a sense of who they are. Is it reading a book by a cover? Yeah, it probably is, but we all do it. So now think about that. Right? Kara, don't say anything online that you don't want on the front page of a major paper. So think about it. Google, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, your cell phone, GPS, Foursquare, Yelp, Travel Advisor, live streaming. You're not a Muslim, you will go to hell. Well, do you know what I say about going to hell, buddy? There you go. Enjoy it. So just think about the advent of live broadcasting. All these things you deal with day in and day out, they turn out to be, see now like I got me flustered because I want to go off on them so bad, and I see LAPD headquarters came in. I love me my cops. But they turn out to be your electronic tattoo. They provide much more information about who and what you are as any tattoo could. So just think about that. So what's ended up happening since the beginning of social media, and particularly now that we can live stream all over the world, put it away, Kara, put it away. Hey AJ, so now that we can live stream all over the world, the kind of coverage that was reserved for great celebrities or great politicians is now being applied to you every day by each and every one of the people that are following you. So as you're thinking about the consequences of that, think about this. It's getting really hard to hide from the stuff. And it's not just the electronic tattoos. Facial recognition is getting pretty good too. Think about it. Think about facial recognition. You take that picture with your iPhone, right? What does the iPhone do? It can now tell you everybody who's in that picture. You upload that picture to Facebook. What does it do? It asks you to tag people. So now facial recognition is in there. Because think about it. Think about it. Facebook bought in 2012, they bought face.com, which at the time had 18, let me get this right, 18 billion faces online. So now think about Facebook. Hey, Jeff, how you doing, buddy? So think about, Kara, it works the same with Google. Come on, because I'm going to get there. So think about it now. You've taken that picture, right? You've taken that picture. You're out at the bar being stupid. You've taken that picture. You post it to your Instagram. You post it to your Twitter, your Facebook, your MySpace. Is that still around? Anyway, you post that picture, and now someone can grab that picture and drop it into image Google search and find every other image about you. And then from that, they can go look at everything about you. They can go look at the post or the blog post or whatever, and now they can start zipping through your Instagram or your Twitter and find out everything about you. So Kara, it's not just iPhone. Yeah, that's what they do on Catfish. Like people who are still catfishing other people, it's hard to believe that they're doing it. So there are other companies that are placing cameras. And LAPD Lee's in here, and he'll tell you, red light cameras, they get your picture. So think about the other people, the other places that are, other companies that are placing cameras, and they take your picture, they figure out who you are, right? So they've figured out who you are. They've tied it to your social media. And I know that LAPD Jeff, LAPD Lee, who's in here, I know he's a big football, baseball, big sports guy because I pay attention to his Twitter. So now he walks into the store and the girl says to him, "Hey, Jeff." How does she know my name? "Hey, Jeff. We just got a whole line of new 49ers jerseys in." Now, Jeff, being the digital cyber cop he is, he knows that all this shit is going on. But does the average person going on? So now she says, "Yeah, Jeff, we got all these new jerseys. We've got hoodies. We've got everything 49ers. They'd all look great on you." She called him by name. She knows that he's into the 49ers because he just said it here on Periscope. Probably on clearance. Well, Jeff, aren't you excited about the Rams coming back? I'm not a football guy. I'm a fighter. So think about that. There's other companies that are out there taking our picture every day. So when it comes to your online reputation, and I've had this experience, I have a crazy woman who decided to go out and say some really nasty things about me because I made it to a place in social media entertainment that she didn't make it. She said my real estate license was that I was convicted of mortgage fraud, but a quick search of that information, all of my information is public, people. You can go to the Department of Real Estate for the state of California and find out my real estate license isn't. I have a current real estate license. Yes, and I own guns too. But I have a current real estate license. If I was convicted of mortgage fraud, I wouldn't have that current real estate license. So there are people who will try to take you down. So be careful with that too. I was in a stream this weekend where I saw someone accuse someone else of cheating on their spouse. And, the best thing to do with that is just kind of ignore it. Which it took me a long time to come to that realization because I'm a fighter. I like to fight. Well, I need to trim my hair up a little bit. I like to fight. So I don't like to fight. But if you challenge me, I will challenge you. So think about the person who's saying stuff about you online, right? So now think about, in Greek mythology, there's the guy Cepheus, who he did, allegedly, it's mythology, allegedly did a horrible thing, and he was condemned for all time to roll this immense, huge boulder up a hill, and the minute he got to the top, it rolled back down, and he had to do it again. So your online reputation is kind of like that. Oh yeah, always question the source. And there are people out there, and I've had it done to me on Twitter, where they'll take a tweet out of a conversation and take it out of context and post it. And Carrie, you've been online with me on where I'm a little more colorful in my language on Blab, but I can address that immediately. Where with the live streaming apps, you really can't address it because someone can go out and they're not necessarily going to see all the comments when they rewatch it. So I'm a little more careful on live broadcasting with, not careful, but a little more mindful of my language. I don't drop the F-bombs that I do, but people will take your tweets and they'll take them out of context. And unless you, as the viewer, take the time to research and go back and find it in the context, like Jeff is saying, if it's posted on social media, it must be true. So your online reputation is like that boulder. Once you get that electronic tattoo, you're going to be doing a lot of rolling up and down with your reputation. So just think about what you post before you post it. I'm noticing here on Periscope late at night, because that's where I go and find. I come on here just before I go to bed, and I find people that I want to see what they're up to. So I try to find people with good content. So think about that. Late at night, there's a lot of guys who say, come meet me and we'll go private and you can see my 3-inch personality. So, and there are people who aren't even waiting to go private. They're just showing you their 3-inch personality. Think of some of the people we've come across on Blab, the digital panhandlers, which that's a whole nother scope, but just think about their online reputation is what they put online is how everybody figured out that they were a fraud. So be careful what you put out there. Always be yourself, because you can hide behind text, but you can't hide behind video too long. Eventually, your true self will come out. So that's it, guys. That's just your online life. It's like a permanent tattoo. You can remove stuff. Someone's going to find it, just like you can get that tattoo laser removed, but there's always going to be a sign that that tattoo was there. So, there's things like Tweet Tunnel, and I'm sure there's something for Facebook and all the other social media platforms where people can go in and find out what you've deleted. So just be mindful of that. That's my best advice for the day. I am Ed Brophy, your social media dude and coach. I never mince my words, only my garlic. As always, if you guys have any questions, particularly about live streaming and the Twitters, you can always email me at brofe1. It's the same as my username here with the 1 added at the end, at gmail.com. So just remember, everything you do, from red light cameras to social media, it affects your online reputation. I know I don't want to spend a lot of time rolling that boulder up and down the hill, so when people say negative things about you, best thing I suggest is to ignore and block and move on. And yes, Parent Dumb, even though you delete it, it's still permanent. And I've been involved with some celebrity type cases where people thought because they deleted the tweet and once their Twitter history was subpoenaed and downloaded, all that stuff was there. So just because you delete it doesn't mean it doesn't remain on the provider's servers. Same with our videos. They expire in 24 hours here on Periscope. And unless you have it linked to, and remember, what happens in Vegas ends up on Twitter and Instagram. Now, Jeff, I'm going to have to go look at your Instagram. But remember, just because these Periscopes expire in 24 hours doesn't mean that they're not there. And Ryan, who's in there, Ryan's been able to track people down online with a simple username here from Periscope. So your online reputation, people, think about it. I have a reputation. I'm an asshole. I freely admit it. I usually, typically, when I'm live, use more colorful language. But because this is recorded, I watch my colorful language. So, yep, screen captures everything. And with facial recognition and Google image search, just think about it, folks. All right, that's it for me for today. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe I'll be back. But just think about it. As always, you can reach out and ask me any question you want at brofe1@gmail.com. So my username here, the number 1 plus the number 1 at gmail.com. I will answer your questions. I have no problem answering your questions. In fact, some of them I have turned into live broadcasts. All right, guys, I am Ed Brophy, your social media dude and coach. Never mince my words, only garlic. Make it a great day. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And that leaves you a lot of room. And remember, at the end of your broadcast, wait 5 seconds before you end it, because Periscope has a habit of cutting off the last thing you said. See you guys.